Hey everybody, today we have a brand new 2025 Colorado ZR2 in the shop. We're doing a full suspension kit on. As you can see here, we have our tubular upper control arms, 2.5-inch coilovers, and our 2.5-inch rear shocks. In case you haven't seen, we just recently released our 2.5-inch coilovers. These are dual adjustable coilovers, all aluminum construction, height adjustable, as well as our rear shocks. The new rear shocks for the 3rd gen ZR2 have this really cool billet machined cap and reservoir mount. So basically on our older shocks we have some of the clamp on resis. These ones are an integrated piece, easy to access for both high and low speed compression, bolt on fit, and as you see on the 3rd gen ZR2s and AT4Xs, they're both mounted outboard. So rather than the shock being inside the frame, these are mounted outside the frame. Kind of one of those things that people were asking for from the 2nd gens that made it onto production for the 3rd gen, so it's pretty cool to see that happen. So in addition to some of the features we wanted to go over, I also wanted to talk about some of the misnomers and misconceptions around the 3rd gen Colorado ZR2 and AT4X specifically. That platform has a bit of confusion from some of the GM marketing, so we wanted to try to clear some of that up and make it a little easier to understand. So on the Colorado ZR2 specifically, GM marketing says that it comes with a factory installed 3-inch lift. So what that actually means is there's not an added lift. There's no thing that they added to that truck that they added to something else. What it did do, however, they added the Multimatic ZR2 shocks, which is the DSSP shock, which is a longer shock, which adds to some of the height. The suspension geometry has changed as well as larger tires. So all that means is the truck is taller than a bone stock base model Colorado. It is not a lift that you add or take away, or when we add our shocks or spacer kits, for example, because I see a lot of stuff online. If I had a 2-inch spacer kit on top of my 3-inch lift kit, do I have a 5-inch lift? And the answer is no. What you do have is your base model, your standard baseline for the truck that it sits at currently. What we do is our spacer kits or our shocks will allow you to go taller than where you started, but it's not in combination with anything else. It is completely standalone. So in the case of our shocks, they're height adjustable using the preload compression, so you can adjust the ride height up to 2.5 inches, and that's how you get the lift. So there's no thing to take off, there's no combination, there's no negative adverse effects by combining lifts. In the case of our lift blocks, you're not adding a block to something else, it's literally just what you do to the truck. So I hope that kind of clears up some of these misconceptions because we get this all the time. So not only are they rebuildable right out of the box, our shocks offer more travel than the stock shocks, superior ride quality on and off road, and they're ready to go for anything you want to do with these adjusters. So your high and low speed compression, whether it be rock crawling, high speed desert, whatever you want to do, you can tune the shock for it.
It won't come out. It won't come out. Be free, little guy.
So you're probably asking yourself, why would I want to replace the Multimatic DSSVs? Isn't that why I bought the truck? We get the question a lot. It's a very good question. And the truth is, if you want more adjustability, you want better ride height, better ride quality, then you'll have to replace the shocks. The other thing too is, well, this is a great shock. They do come with the internal reservoirs. They do offer position sensitive dampening. They do have great ride quality. They, however, are not permanent. So at some point, these things will leak. They're not rebuildable. So either you're buying a new shock or you're buying new shocks that replace these. The choice is yours, but significant difference as far as shock diameter. These are a larger shock, you have better damping, you have more adjustments, so it's a pretty dang good upgrade. But that being said, nothing wrong with the shock. We make options to still use this shock, but this is the next best thing.